the number one benefit that you can give your agents is to make sure that they're paid correctly and on time. Hey there, welcome to Brendon's Journey. This is Brendon DeVere. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and sharing your time with me. I do appreciate that. Today, I want to talk about something that is massively, massively important, and my experience today that was so incredible. Got me very excited to see, because it was test number one, essentially, like the main test for me making the move over to simpliHŌM and to make sure that it's working as it should. And that was to get paid. I'll give you kind of the timeline of what happened, how everything went. Keep in mind, this is the very first transaction that has ever happened in the state of Nevada for simpliHŌM. Never set up before, never paid, nothing ever before, and this is the experience that I had. And I want to talk about it because, you know, sometimes there's challenges with people like not getting, like chasing people down. I've heard this. This is not just one brokerage that I've heard this from. I've heard multiple people talk about how their payments are getting delayed, or they were wrong, or they didn't get to see their disbursement, their CDA, things like that, and to show where the money is, at what time it is, where it's at, are you getting paid, like where, like all that stuff. And today I was able to experience transparency and communication, which are two major things that I think, you know, I wasn't prepared for how transparent and the level of communication that I was going to get. So can I give you kind of a brief idea? Like, we use .loop, and we have our in-house TCs, full transparency though here too. Since this is the first transaction, our TC wasn't 100% onboarded yet. So this transaction I did myself. However, I had the help of the TC, the manager, the TC manager, kind of helped me walk through a couple of different things because I wasn't going to have that TC available in this transaction. So with that being said, it was something. I had that on my own, put it in. We closed yesterday. So the timeline dating back to last night, we had a 9 a.m. signing, and then it recorded at about 3:30 or so. So yesterday, so I was anticipating trying to figure out when it was going to be wired from the title company. So the title company ends up emailing me this morning at 10:42. At 10:42, I get the email. It says, "Here's your closing package. Thank you. Here, wire has been sent at this time." So 10:42, wire sent. At 11:15, just over 33 minutes later, I get a text message from simpliHŌM that says, "Hey, we just received funds for this transaction, for this address." Okay, cool. All right. So I'm thinking, all right, okay, when am I going to get it? Like, how long is this going to take? 17 minutes later, 11:32, it says, simpliHŌM, another text, "Hey, your funds have been approved. This funds for this transaction have been approved." Then I go look at my email, and my email actually 11:31, which was 1 minute before that, said, "You have a payment from simpliHŌM." And so from the time it was wired, from 10:42, when it was wired, to 11:31, less than 60 minutes, less than an hour from when the money came in, it was paid out to me. So when I say that, and in some cases it may not seem like that's a big deal. And I was just, again, full transparency, I already started recording this. I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. And so people who try to call me a lot and I'm on Do Not Disturb, this is usually what happens, is I'm either in a meeting or I do a video here and I put on Do Not Disturb, and then I'll forget to take it off. Well, this time I forgot to turn it on. So while I was recording this video previously, a former broker of mine called me and to congratulate me, which is awesome. Like I was with him, and then I went to EXP, to Epic, and now over to simpliHŌM. And he reached out to me today and said, you know, "Congratulations. I think you're doing the right thing. I've been following what you're doing and what simpliHŌM is doing, and I think you're at the right place." I thought that was super cool. But I was talking to him back in 2014. He had wires going out. Like, it wasn't a huge deal. It was the first time I picked up a check in like 6 years, I think was when I was with EXP. And I think that's just because the title company ended up writing a check at title or just cutting it there instead of wiring it in. However, what I'm saying is that for some people, that's not a huge deal to be getting paid right away. In some places you can get paid right at the table. I prefer just to have it, like, I'd rather not go to the bank or anything. I mean, I guess I can scan it and do all that, but I would rather like keep the paper out of it and just send it, and then I can go about my day and do my thing instead of going to the title company to pick it up and then going to the bank and then doing all that stuff to get paid. So within an hour, it closed yesterday. Within an hour of it going from the title company to simpliHŌM, I was paid. So just wanted to update with that, because that to me is you can have everything in the world, but when you're not getting paid, it's very difficult to keep people happy when they're not being paid. And to be honest, like, I don't do a whole lot of transactions anymore. But I do know, like, each transaction is hard work. And so for people that are doing multiple transactions, even transactions at a time, like, you want to get paid for that. So just wanted to share my experience with that, because it was incredible. Like them telling me at each step, it wasn't like, oh, hey, here's your check. It was, hey, we received it. Hey, we're processing it to make sure that it's approved. Hey, it's been approved. You're getting paid. So it was like it was almost like, tracking your Amazon delivery, right? Oh, it's out for delivery. Like it'll be here. Like that level of communication kind of blew me away today. And I was not expecting it. I was not expecting to be kept in the light instead of being kept in the dark. I was not expected to be communicated that thoroughly throughout this transaction. So I didn't have to like reach out and be like, hey, what's going on with the check? What's going on with this check? I didn't even have time to even think about it before it was already in my account. So just wanted to share that with you. If you have any troubles where you're at getting checks, one of the things that is a must for me to recruit and attract agents to the brokerage I'm at is that I have to feel that it's better for you. And if you're at a spot that's you're chasing your money down, this, I would feel confident saying that it's better for you to be at a place like this where you know that you're getting paid on time, and you're getting paid accurately. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I will check you out on the next one. Have a great one.